Good day guys, collect the Tyrant again today, and today I'm going to bring you something a little bit different. Now I've got a ton of Pokemon cards guys, I've been collecting these for 20 years, and I've got thousands of cards, all in binders and stuff, locked away in a little safe there. And today I thought I'd make a video on my favourite arts of those cards, whether that be nostalgic reasons or just the arts look really beautiful in my opinion. This will be excluding EX and GX cards and stuff like that, because I feel like that's a whole different episode on its own. But there is one card in here that has EX on it, but it's from the days that they weren't done in those digital, cool-looking art cards, if you know what I mean. Alright guys, so let's get on to it. Collect the Tyrant's top 15 favourite art cards of all time. Number 15. Alright guys, so here we have a Pangoro card from BREAKPoint. Now, a few of you might be familiar with this card. This card came out, I think it was 2016, so it hasn't been out for very long. But when I pulled this card, it really captured my eyes on how awesome this art is drawn. As you can see there, it's got this explosive background. The artist has decided to do like something exploding in the background there, make it extra cool. And it even looks like the Pangoro is actually smashing its way out of the picture there with the shattered look there. I really love this card, and I really like Pangoro as a Pokemon. Probably one of the most nicest ones that came out of X and Y as a Pokemon itself. But yeah guys, really love this card. It's a beautiful card, and I just wish I had a holographic version of it, but you know, you can't always get what you want. But I had to show this one off to start off the top 15 because it is a really awesome card, and probably one that you were familiar with. But yeah guys, that's my number 15 right there. Pangoro, smash it through the picture. Number 14. Right guys, so up next is Team Aqua's Mark, and that's from Double Crisis. This came out in 2015, I think, if I can look at the card there. Yeah, so this card came out in 2015. This is the holographic one. Yeah guys, another one you're probably familiar with. It's pretty recent. I'm going to get onto the good stuff soon, all the vintage stuff, so just hang around for that. But this Mark here, I really like this Mark how it's been drawn. It's very dark and grim when you think about it, because as you can see down there, you can see him, Team Magma, and I think it's the Pokemon Nolan. I can't remember the name, involves the camera up. But it looks like it's about to suffocate them and, you know, have its way with them, if you want to call it that. Yeah, it's a really awesome card. I really like how it's been drawn. It shows the darker side of Pokemon, in my opinion. Like, a lot of people have probably seen the anime where Ash gets hugged by his Mark a lot and it doesn't actually kill him, but looking at this card here guys, it does not look like it's going to end well for these two live forms right here. So, and Mark is a very toxic Pokemon, so I really don't think they're going to come out very well after it's made its way over the top of them. But I really love the art. It shows how big Mark really is. He's a pretty big Pokemon, and quite an intimidating one too. But another one of my favorites, recent favorites. Yeah guys, so I think we might move on to the next one now. Number 13. Alright guys, so we've got another newish card here. We're going to get, as I said, we're going to get onto the good stuff soon, but just give me a minute to get through some of the recent stuff that I really enjoy. Alright guys, so what we have here is a Terminator, and it's a Sun and Moon promo. Number 27, I believe. I just really love the art of this card. Like, Terminator is one of my new favourite Pokemon from Sun and Moon guys, and it's probably the best drawn one out of all of them in my opinion. I know they have a GX card of it and stuff and all that nice sort of graphics done on that card, but out of all the Terminator cards, guys, I'd have to say this one's the best drawn, and it just really stands out for me as a card itself. Definitely one of my new favourites, working its way up there. But yeah guys, that's the Terminator card from Sun and Moon, the promo card, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Number 12. The card we have here is the Lucario card, and that's from Next Destinies, and this came out in 2012, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2012. I really love the holographics here from the Black and White series when the Pokemon cards came out. Sort of like that sort of like lines holographic. And I really dig that style actually, that really cool holographic there. Sort of flash in the background there. It really goes well with the background here with the skyscrapers and stuff. And I really love it how Lucario is sort of perched on top of that edge of that building there, sort of like looking down towards whatever it's looking at. Sort of reminds me of something of DC or Marvel. Yeah, it's very heroic looking stance, and just the whole background with all the skyscrapers and stuff like that really gives it a really awesome, like, heroic, as I said, DC Marvel look. Definitely my favourite Lucario card ever made, and yeah guys, really love that holographic they used to bring out. But yeah guys, that's Lucario, I think that's number 12, so gonna move on to the next one. Number 11. Alright guys, this is the card I was talking about, the EX card, which I will consider putting into this because it's not the EX or GX cards as we know them now. It's a totally different art style in my opinion. Anyway guys, this is a Swampert from EX Guardians, or Crystal Guardians, and it's probably one of my all-time favourite holographics of Swampert. I really like how they used to do the old holographics there. I might even take this out of slip so you can see a bit better. As you see there guys on the side there, really reminds me of a Japanese style card where the whole thing's holographic, the edges and stuff like that. But really awesome card for its time. Came out in 2006. And I really enjoy the art of this card. Looks like it's coming out to grab you there, or swipe with his big hand. Swampert's definitely one of my favourite starters of all time. And I just really love this card. But yeah guys, that's the Swampert EX card from 2006, and really beautiful card. Number 10. Alright guys, you'll know what this card is, and this is Charizard from the base set. Now this is my... I've had this card for a very long time, and I had to choose it because it's an all-time favourite of anyone who started collecting back in the day. Everyone knows this card, and for all you kids out there that don't know much about this card, you've probably seen it in Evolutions, so you've been collecting that. They made a remastered version of it, but this is the genuine, real deal first base set Charizard from 1999. And I've had this one for years. This is actually my second one I've had in my lifetime. Okay guys, why this is so low on the ladder, a few things I'll mention. I honestly don't think Charizard was as rare as Blastoise or Venusaur. If I'm being honest guys, when I was collecting these things as a kid, I saw so many Charizards and a little bit of Blastoise and never hardly any Venusaurs. I just think it's very overrated for its hype when it comes to rarity and stuff. And I really think that Venusaur was actually, well, the rarest one out of 3. I know it sounds silly, but from my experience as a kid and seeing all these different collections from kids at school and stuff. I used to play rugby league as a kid guys, and I go to my club on the weekends, and I go to other clubs around the Gold Coast and stuff, and all these kids have Pokemon cards, and I never saw hardly any Venusaurs compared to Charizard. So, but it's still an all-time favourite. Beautiful card nonetheless, and I'm really happy to have one in my collection. But yeah guys, as I said, it's definitely overrated in my opinion, but still worthy on my top 15 as far as I'm concerned. Number 9. Oh guys, another really old school card, and that's Exploud from EX Emerald, I think it is. I could be wrong. But yeah guys, really love this card, and I love this Pokemon too. A lot of people think it's a very ugly Pokemon, but I think it's a beast. Absolute beast. And another thing I love about this Pokemon card guys is how many moves it has. It has so many moves for its time. I never saw that many moves on a Pokemon card before. I think GXs came out and stuff like that. I could be wrong, there could be a few others out there that do have lots of moves on them. But yeah guys, this is definitely one that stands out for me as my favourite card of Exploud. And quite honestly guys, I don't think they even have a GX or EX card of Exploud yet, so hopefully they get around to making one because I reckon it's a beast once again. Yeah guys, pretty happy to show you this card, one of my all-time favourites. Gonna move on to something else now. Number 8. Alright guys, so here we go again, another real vintage card from my collection, and you know what it is, it's Blastoise. Blastoise, really beautiful card, love Blastoise guys. As I said before, didn't see many of these as a kid in other people's collections, and yeah, I really think it's probably the second rarest out of the 3 starters, but that's obviously my opinion. But yeah guys, I really love this card. It's a beautiful card, done by Ken Sugimori, the master of Pokemon art. Yeah, he's the guy who started drawing the Pokemon and basically like made the designs for them and stuff like that. But yeah guys, this is the Blastoise here. I got it in a protective sleeve just so I don't hold it and stuff. Yeah, but usually it's in this binder, so I'll put it back afterwards. But yeah guys, love the holographic there, and yeah, beautiful card, and definitely had to be on my top 15. Number 7. Alright guys, so this is the Machamp from Skyridge. A really difficult set to collect these days, and I'm still collecting mine currently. But I've had this card for years now, and it's probably one of my all-time favourite Machamp cards, and Machamp himself is a beast. Like, ever since I've been a fan of Mortal Kombat, even as a little kid before Pokemon came out, I remember that big Goro guy with the 4 arms on Mortal Kombat. You had to beat him on Nintendo 64 and stuff, and this is what Machamp reminds me of, so it's definitely one of my favourite cards of all time. And these holographic Skyridge cards are pretty expensive. Yeah, guys, Skyridge is definitely a hard set to collect these days if you don't have it and you want to start collecting it. And yeah, I've got a few cards left to get of Skyridge. But yeah, guys, love this Machamp card. Beautiful Machamp. One of my all-time favourite Pokemon. And had to show it off today in the top 15. I just love how the art's done too. Well drawn. I love the shading and stuff like that and the muscles. And yeah, it's just a beautiful card, man. Can't say anything less about it, to be honest. But anyway, we're going to move on to something else here. We'll give it a bit more swirly, yeah? Number 6. Alright, so here we have Torterra X, level X, and that's from the Diamond and Pearl series, I think it is. And this card came out way back in 2007. And Torterra is one of my all-time favourite Pokemons. So, Pokemon. Torterra is one of my all-time favourite Pokemon. And I'm going to take it out of this plastic sleeve so you can get a better look at the holographic and stuff. Yeah, guys, these cards don't have any justice behind 2 sheets of plastic, so really want to show this off. Plus my lighting's pretty awful in this room. But yeah, guys, that's Torterra level X, and I really love this art. It's probably my all-time favourite Torterra card. There was one that you're going to see this soon in the honourable mentions, but yeah, guys, this is to date my favourite Torterra card of all time. And I just love this holographic. Definitely awesome. Alright, we're going to move on to the next one, eh? Number 5. Alright, guys, so you know what this one is as well. So it definitely had to be included, and that's a Venusaur from base set back from 1999. Now this card I've had for a long time. It's a real beautiful card. Yeah, guys, really love this art. And it's drawn from, it's actually the same artist who drew my favourite card of all time, so, but we'll get there eventually. I just love the way the colours have been used on this Pokemon, guys. Like, it's just, like, that flower pops with tons of colour. I just love the art. Yeah, guys, another thing I really like about it is how fat it is. Like, it's just a really chubby Pokemon. Yeah, so definitely one of my all-time favourites. As you can see here, I've got Venusaur here as well. Just for nostalgic purposes, that's why those base sets are all in here too. Because I just think they're just some of the best cards ever made. And really started the Pokemon TCG off. And honestly, guys, I really don't think they make cards like this anymore. Or maybe it's just a whole nostalgic thing I was saying before, but I don't know. I just think these cards were top notch. And yeah, guys, that's the Venusaur base set. Number 4. Alright, guys, so here's a card I really do love because it's very unique in the way it's presented. It's a Superior card. It's probably the only like starter Pokemon I actually like from Black and White, to be honest. Alright, guys, so if you can see there, it's got the normal holographic window there with the purple. It's got these really awesome sort of like flowers and vines hanging down the bottom of it. And when you tilt it this way, it's got like all these little dots running through it. So I really love this holographic. It's very different. Like, I haven't seen many things like it before. And to be honest, I honestly think they should make all holographics like this, like the reverse holo with the holographic. Kind of makes them a bit more special, like, you know. Yeah, guys, really happy to have that one in my collection. I think that's from Legendary Treasures, and that was in 2013. So it's, yeah, guys, time's getting away. Alright, guys, so I think I might move on to the next one now. Get to my favourites, and it's going to be interesting. Number 3. Alright, guys, so here we have a Japanese Tyrantrum card, and that's from the Forbidden Light Japanese set. Now, since they started making Tyrantrum cards, they really haven't had one that really touched with me, like as an art. And I really enjoy this art. I really think it's one of the best ones they made so far. There's not many Tyrantrum cards anyway, so definitely had to include this guy. Definitely love this card. Really happy to pull one. Actually had a video on it a couple of weeks or a month ago or something when I pulled this card. Sad to say I got a bit loud when I pulled it. But yeah, guys, really love this card. Definitely one of the coolest arts of Tyrantrum to date. Alright, so on to the next. Number 2. Alright, guys, so here we have one of my all-time favourite cards, holographic cards. And it's the Dark Tyranitar from Team Rocket Returns. And it's just a beautiful card. I just love how it's been drawn. I really think it's very comic book style. Like, you know, it's got a lot of dark shadows and stuff like that. I really love it how the red just burst out there. Really beautiful. Yeah, guys, I love it how in the background there you can see the holographics actually made out of like energy symbols. So you can see there, you probably see some like steel energies and, you know, like darkness energies. Probably see if we can get a bit of close. There's a, you can see right there, there's a fighting energy. Actually, I might take it out of its case and show you a bit better. There we go, guys. That's a lot better, I think. You can actually see everything that's going on with the card. Yeah, guys, I really love that big bolt of lightning hitting the back of it too. Really, really awesome. Really beautiful card. In my opinion, this is the best Tyranitar card, non-GX EX card, holographic. And I honestly think that, you know, they've done really well with this card. Love how it's, as I said, the holographic is just amazing with all those little symbols. And it's in very good nick too. And I think this came out in 2004. So yeah, guys, it's a pretty old card. And I'm very happy to have this one in my collection. And out of all my Tyranitars, definitely the best, in my opinion. Alright guys, so I think I've shown this one off enough. Time to get on to my #1 favourite card art of all time. And you guys might be a bit surprised by what that is. Alright guys, but before we do that, we're going to go through some honourable mentions. And here they are right now. Alright guys, I was going to include the Gyarados base set. But I sort of thought to myself, I've got too many base sets already already inside this top 15. But I just thought to myself, it has to be in the honourable mentions. It's definitely one of my favourite cards of all time. And it was literally the second holo I ever pulled in my life as a kid. So I pulled the Gyarados card out of, I think it was 5 booster packs in as a kid, and I pulled this card. And it's just a beautiful card. Like, I actually made a few videos on how much I want this card in the Evolutions, the remastered version. So yeah, it's definitely a card I will never forget. It's definitely something that holds a part in my collection. Yeah guys, if this was top 20 it'd be in there, but I sort of thought I'd miss it out, but it's definitely in the honourable mentions. Alright guys, we've got a Jolteon card here, and Jolteon's my favourite evolution of Eevee in general. I just love it. And well, I remember when I pulled this card as a kid, it's just, I remember the picture, I just thought to myself, wow, that's crazy. It's like static hairs, like sticking up and stuff. I just really think it's an amazing card, to be honest. But yeah guys, that's the Jolteon there for honourable mentions. Alright guys, we've got a Dark Arbok from the Team Rocket series, or the Team Rocket set. And that's another card that I really want to put into this as well. But I thought to myself, in my opinion, like, you know, I had other favourite cards that had to come first. So, and yeah guys, get to place in the honourable mentions. And I'm a big snake fan. I love snakes, they're my favourite animal. So I think Arbok deserves his place in the honourable mentions here. Alright guys, so Muck, I already showed one Muck off today, and I thought to myself, I better not show another one. So this card is actually really old. It's the first edition card. I'll probably take it out of its pack so you can see the shine a bit better. For its age, it's definitely starting to yeah guys, for its age, it's starting to lose a bit of its holographic. But it's a beautiful card. I love the art in this one too. Also made by my favourite artist, Mishiro Arita. Yeah, he's one of the best artists ever, I think, in my opinion, and he drew this card too. And a lot of the cards in this top 17 are drawn by him. Yeah guys, definitely one of the coolest artists. But yeah guys, that's our Muck there in the honourable mentions. Alright guys, so we have the Torterra from just a brand new set, Ultra Prism. I have not seen a Torterra card this beautiful for a long time. And I really love this card so much, I had to have it in the honourable mentions. I already have Torterra, the X level one that was mentioned, but this probably comes not too far behind it when it comes to artistic skill and the way it's been drawn. And some people actually probably disagree with me and say this is actually better because of the nice art in the background with the trees and stuff. But yeah guys, Torterra sort of, yeah guys, this Torterra definitely had to make it on the honourable mentions, as I think it definitely is a beautiful card. Anyway, on to my favourite card now. Honourable mentions over, and we're going to move on to the main event. And that's my favourite card of all time. #1. Alright guys, so on to my favourite card of all time. And I actually love this card so much. I have a Beckett graded card of it. That's how much I love this card. But I'm not going to give too much away here just yet, but we're going to talk about this card. Alright guys, so I'm going to turn it around here and show you. And you're going to be quite surprised by this Pokemon card. Now that's a Nidorino base set of Nidorino. This one here is a first edition Shadowless. As you can see there, it's a Beckett 9. Got some pretty decent gradings on it, but not quite the 10. And I just love the art of this Pokemon card. I remember when I first got this card of a booster pack, I sat there for a good half an hour looking at all the details, and I just love how the colour's been put into the background here. You got this really bright orange running down to this really gritty green colour, like browny ground colour, with this really bright pink Pokemon sitting there. It's just been beautifully drawn, and like, it's just a beautiful card. And I remember when I had my first ever card ever was a Nidoran mail card I bought for 20 cents off a guy from school. And when I've got this card and I got the Nidoking card, I used to try and play with them, as I said. And yeah, guys, it just has so much nostalgia to me. It's just one of those things, like. But yeah, guys, this is definitely the best card, in my opinion, that has been ever drawn. Just a card that's always going to stay in my mind and give me so many memories. And I remember as a kid, I was drawing a lot of pictures back in the day, and I just really wanted to be as good as this artist here. And that's another Mashiro Arita card, guys. I hope he said his name properly to give him justice. Him and Ken Sugimori, guys, is what I really love about Pokemon, just the art side of things. So yeah, guys, that is my favourite card of all time. Yeah, guys, that's a base set Nidorino. Beautiful card. Alright, guys, that's my top 15 favourite Pokemon arts of all time from some of my most favourite Pokemon. As I said, guys, I went through these and picked out these as my favourite ones, or ones that remind me of my childhood and stuff like that. Alright, guys, so what was your favourite card out of the 15? Type down in the comments if you want, and tell me your favourite card out of those 15 cards I picked. Also, guys, if you really liked it, and you want to give it a like, totally up to you. If you really liked it even more than that, you can subscribe if you wish. Totally up to you, and that's your choice. But anyway, guys, that's my top 15, and I'm done with that today, and I'm going to bring more content like this in the future, hopefully. So yeah, guys, for you collectors out there, keep on collecting, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, Tyrant out.